Hey, what's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another bundle relationship video. This is your coach, Evans-Claude Sabbi, and in today's video, I'll be addressing something that's very personal, and this is approach anxiety. If you find yourself having trouble with the same issue, please stick around because you might find this video to be very helpful. So let's get started. Let's start by defining what anxiety is. Anxiety, per the dictionary, is the feeling of distress or uneasiness caused by the fear of danger or misfortune. And from that, we can confidently say that approach anxiety is the feeling of distress or uneasiness caused by the fear of thinking to approach somebody who you find attractive with the intentions of revealing your romantic feelings towards them. I think that's something we can all agree upon, right? Yeah? Right, let's keep it going. Both men and women do experience this, and it takes what otherwise is supposed to be a joyous, nice feeling of getting to know someone and starting conversation to making it such a paralyzing experience, and it can be really overwhelming to the person who is going through this. And the levels of how severe approach anxiety can get can differ from person to person. In my coaching practice, I find people fall in one of these two areas. One is extreme approach anxiety, where people can't even make eye contact with anyone that they have never been acquainted to before. And you'll find these individuals walking down the street or being in public and try to avoid eye contact at any cost possible. And this level of anxiety gets worse when they find that it's a person they find extremely attractive. And the second group is what I consider to have a moderate level of approach anxiety. Now, these people can hold conversations with beautiful women they have been acquainted to before, they can have friends, they can make eye contact, all this is okay. But they happen to be deathly afraid of making their intentions known should their intentions be romantic towards the person they're talking to. And to be honest, that's what I personally used to be. I was deathly scared of letting the women that I found sexually attractive know my true intentions and my true feelings. So what I used to do was try to take the friendship route, and most of the times when you do that, as most of you already know, it never turns out well. And before I can give you guys the 2 actions you can start taking today, there's a frame of mind you have to adopt if you want this to work for you. First and foremost, you have to believe that you can overcome approach anxiety. And this belief has to come with the willingness to do the work that it takes for you to actually get the results that you want. And when you start believing something, you start breaking the old belief that was limiting you in the past. And with little actions, what you think is possible, what you believe to be possible kind of grows, expands to a point where you'll be able to tackle this problem of approach anxiety. Second thing that will help you to get past this approach anxiety is getting clear with what you're giving up if you do not take actions right now. For me personally, when I was going through this, getting clear with what I was giving up was a big motivator. In my head, thinking that I will have to live the rest of my life not loving someone to the best of my capabilities, or going through life getting in a relationship because I knew I was going to get in a relationship anyways, but knowing that if I don't do the work right now, I will be in a relationship with somebody that I think will not be the best person for me. Number 3 is accept that this is going to be one of the most uncomfortable things you will have to do. If there's somebody out there who tells you that there's an easier way of doing this, that is very comfortable and cozy, and you'll be able to get past your approach anxiety, I will tell you right now, there's a 99.9% chance that this person is lying to you. And there's that 0.1% that I'm leaving out there, accepting the fact that maybe there's something I do not know, and I'll be more than happy to find out. But this is not going to be easy, it's not going to be comfortable, and that's a mindset that I want you to know right now before you embark in this journey of overcoming approach anxiety. And another important addition to add to what I've just told you is change your relationship with fear. Fear is that little cousin of approach anxiety that they always ride along. If your relationship with fear is not set up in a way that's going to benefit you, you're definitely going to find a hard time trying to overcome the anxiety that you're feeling when you think about approaching people. My definition of fear had to change a while back. Fear nowadays in my life gets replaced to opportunity for excitement. So you can adapt that yourself and see if it helps you. All the clients that I've coached to overcome approach anxiety have found that tool to be very useful. Change and redefine your relationship with fear. And by you doing that, you will find that fear will not go anywhere. However, the way you respond to it will change in a way that's going to benefit you moving forward. As mentioned earlier, when you take action, that's the best way to kill any anxiety that you're having. I'm going to give you 2 ways, regardless of how severe your approach anxiety happens to be. It could be on the extreme side of things or more on the moderate. You taking action in any of these ways can help you overcome that approach anxiety. And number one is embrace the BS. And by that, I mean baby steps. This method is really useful if you find yourself to be on the extreme side as far as the severity of approach anxiety happens to be. So if you can't even make eye contact, if you find a hard time doing that, I would say start by taking little steps. And each of these little steps happens to be a win for you, which will build the confidence over time. So if you find yourself having a hard time even making eye contact, I would say start with that, because you cannot approach anyone if you're even afraid of making eye contact. So start with something easy as you're walking down the street, making sure that you keep your head up and you're looking where you're going and you're making eye contact with people who are making eye contact with you. And over time, you'll find that easy. You can move on and add a smile. So that tells them that you happen to be a friendly person, and they're most likely going to reciprocate that with making eye contact and a smile. If you do this for a little while, you'll find that it gets easier. So you can graduate from just making eye contact and smiling to adding a hi on top of that. And do this enough, it gets easier. So you can say, okay, so let me add, how's your day going? So you went from not even being able to make eye contact to now you can say, how's your day going, and hold a conversation with someone and be able to listen to them. And if you keep up with these baby steps and acquiring these little wins along the way, you'll find that it gets easier for you to walk up to someone, say, how's your day going, and start a conversation while making your intentions very clear from the beginning. Now, that's the first one that I would recommend if you find yourself to be on the extreme side where you cannot even make eye contact right now. However, if you're like me, I tend to do things a little bit differently. And if you're also at that place where you can make eye contact, you can hold conversations, you can talk to women whom you find attractive, the only thing you're afraid to do is make your intentions known, letting them know that you find them attractive sexually and you'd love to date them. If that's the case, this second step might be the one for you. We just say, take the goddamn jump. It's very easy. Actually, no, it's not. It's kind of frightening. Since you're already having conversations with these people, just go ahead and make your intentions known. I remember the first time I did this, it felt very uncomfortable because one, it was unnatural. Two, I was shit scared of what would happen. And since you're already having these conversations with people you find attractive and the only issue you have is making your intentions known, say something along the lines of, I think you're gorgeous and I'm very drawn to you right now. Why you say you and I go out sometime? How's your schedule looking like? And to be honest, as I said earlier, this is going to be frightening. It's going to feel scary. You're going to feel very uncomfortable. But if you do this enough, that uneasiness, number one, it never goes away, but you get comfortable with it. And on top of that, you will grow that confidence that is going to be seen outside by these people you're telling these words to. And it's going to be very convincing and attractive to them as well. So do this. You can either start with the baby steps if that's what you feel comfortable. But if you feel you're at a place where you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, go ahead and take the jump. It's very scary, but just keep in mind that the goal is not the women to say yes to you. If they happen to do that and say yes to going out on a date with you, that's just that cherry on top. The main goal here is for you to overcome approach anxiety, and you can start taking action even when you feel that fear or you feel that distress and that uneasiness. All right, so let me know what you think. If there's any other ways that you guys have used in the past to overcome approach anxiety, put them in the comment section down below. I would love to get to read. So I just realized when I was editing the video that the camera stopped recording before the actual video ended. With that being said, thank you very much for sticking out to the very end. Please make sure that you go visit the website Evans-Claude.com, because I've started offering one-on-one coaching sessions where we sit down and I get to answer your concerns regarding dating, relationship, and life in a way that's tailored to you specifically. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so, because it's obvious you like the video. That's why you watched it to the very end. And don't forget to go to Abundant Relationships and follow the page on both Instagram and Facebook. Until next time, I'll see you guys in another video.